All right, listen up. This message is critically important for the rebels, the naysayers, the entrepreneurs, the freedom seekers out there. The world is changing, and governments, corporations, authorities, and globalists don't want you to be free. So that's why it's your job to become as damn sovereign as you possibly can be. And with these 10 tips, you can expect to achieve location independence, financial freedom, and all the time you want to live the life that you've always dreamed of, unbound by the powers that be. Plus, I myself am on my own journey to individual sovereignty, so I'll share with you a lot of my insights, a lot of my lessons learned on these 10 tips as well. What's at stake here? Ignore these 10 tips and become just another cog in the wheel. Live that boring life that everybody wants you to live. And if that sounds terrifying to you, if that sounds devastating and depressing, then you're in for a treat. Let's go. All right, number 10. Spread your wealth across at least 3 different bank accounts. I don't have to tell you that keeping all your savings in one place, like under your mattress, is risky. It's also a missed opportunity for growth and security. Risk minimization. Is your country implementing a central bank digital currency? What about social credit scores? A few years ago, did they clamp down on people who said the wrong thing and censor them financially or freeze their bank accounts? Diversifying where you keep your money obviously minimizes the risk of all that rogue government crap. And on the other hand, obviously gives you access to international investment opportunities that you might not have had access to before. But I also get it. Managing international bank accounts sounds like a daunting task. 2 years ago, I thought that international bank accounts, offshore bank accounts, were just for the Davos type, the Wall Street type. You might even be thinking, is that even legal? And trust me, I wouldn't be talking about this on YouTube in a public forum if it were not legal. While one economy might be experiencing a hyperinflating currency, another might be offering high interest earnings and a good exchange rate. So holding multiple currencies in multiple different countries pretty much assures that you'll be fine in the event of catastrophe. And obviously in 2024, with the advent of digital banking, you can access your digital banks in Gibraltar, Georgia, Germany, and Georgia, USA, all from a beach in the Dominican Republic. But even before diversifying your finances, you have to have finances, right? Number 9, build a suite of online businesses. Your goal when it comes to making money should be to get out of that horrible trade of exchanging your most precious resource, which is time, for an abundant resource like money. In 2024, we have abilities that our grandparents couldn't even have dreamed of. The internet has completely changed the game, and if you're not using such a high leverage tool like the internet, you're missing out. After having built multiple online services businesses myself, I really do think this is the fastest way to achieve both location independence and financial independence. Really, all you need to do here is identify your high-income digital skill. Pick a high-margin niche that's able to pay you a lot of money for that skill. Turn that skill into a service that solves a problem for that niche. Start reaching out to them to solve their problem, and start outsourcing the doing of that service to someone that you can pay less money. Now do this a couple times and you've already got multiple income streams. And by the way, I'll make a more detailed video on that whole process soon, so subscribe if you want to see it. This is just another way to minimize your risk, reduce your risk, and get closer to financial freedom. And guess what? If one market fails or if one business fails, you've got plenty of others. All right, so with your income streams figured out, now it's time to turn inward. Number 8, become a mental and physical specimen. Mastering your own mental and physical fitness should be a non-negotiable. And this might be a hot take, but I think what most people get wrong here is prioritizing their body over their mind. If you're not a complete and utter slob today, I think you can master the body aspect in just a few months. And let's cut to the chase. If you cannot climb a flight of stairs without losing your breath, you're not free. But overcoming the barriers in your mind, most people can't do that in a lifetime. And especially my generation, Generation Z, we're living through a comfort crisis. It's so damn tempting to take the easy way out, the path of least resistance. But deep down, we know these shortcuts fall short. Life is not supposed to be easy. The more challenges we face, the more discomfort we go through, the more challenges we overcome, the stronger we become. Living for 2 years in 7 different countries in Latin America taught me this. Literally every single day was an adventure outside of my comfort zone. And that journey built my character. Dating outside my culture, learning a new language, making new friends, building multiple businesses, all of these things made me a stronger man because of them. So if you're not doing hard shit on a daily basis or a weekly basis, do so. It'll make you such a better person. And speaking of another language, here's another tip to become more sovereign. Number 7, learn 2 to 3 high leverage languages. I didn't realize this until I learned a second language, but learning that second language is not just a skill, it's a damn superpower. Learning high leverage languages like Arabic, Chinese, Spanish, French will open doors for you across cultures, across continents, across business networks. Learning a whole new language can be daunting. Pretty much everything on this list can be daunting. And it was for me. It was scary learning Spanish when I first learned it. But like everything, you got to push through the discomfort, push through the pain, and stick to it. FYI, I made a video about 5 or 6 tips about how you should learn a new language really quickly. And it's somewhere in these corners. The common challenge when it comes to learning a new language is the time investment. But the real challenge is just kind of embracing the messy and rewarding process of learning that language. Mastering new languages transforms you into a global citizen. Now that I've learned Spanish and now that I'm fluent, I'm now able to communicate with 600 million more people than I was just 2 years ago. 600 million more people. This gives me a huge leg up in business. This gives me a huge leg up in just assimilating into new cultures and just enjoying life. All right, number 6, invest in passive income streams. Financial freedom is a dream for many people, but most people stop short of actually defining what that means to them. To me, financial freedom is earning so much passively that you don't need to dedicate your time every day to an occupation. And remember that. Time is your most precious resource. So what does that mean? Passive income streams win. They allow you to earn money with minimal ongoing effort. It's money working for you instead of you having to work for it. With the money you earn in your multiple online businesses, first invest in yourself and then invest in passive income streams like digital products, affiliate marketing, index funds, mutual funds, Bitcoin, interest earning dividend stocks, and staking crypto. By establishing a few passive income streams, again, you're just minimizing risk. In the event that something happens in the markets, you have multiple different options and hopefully they don't all perish. Now, some of my favorite topics, multiple citizenships and residencies. 5, invest in 2 or more citizenships. What happens when the government that you thought was installed to protect you instead goes rogue and starts implementing new rules, new mandates to surveil, control, and tax the living crap out of you and your businesses? Oh, that already happens. Yeah. A few years ago, I realized the power of multiple passports for the very first time. Migration routes were closed, medical procedures were forced, speech and bank accounts were censored, and now central bank digital currencies are coming, social credit systems are coming, higher taxes are coming, and there's really only one solution to avoid all of that crap, and that is diversifying your nationality stack and investing your time or capital into multiple citizenships. And just like offshore banking, I used to think that this activity was just for the hyper elite, the ultra high net worth individuals, but that's not the case. I'm already on my way to Colombian citizenship, after investing in the country, and I'm just a few years or a couple $100,000 away from a third. And a second passport is more than just more travel access around the world or more investment opportunities around the world. It's an insurance policy. But even before you get a second citizenship, a second permanent residence should be your goal. Number 4, get 2 or more residence permits. I have a question. How do you know that where you currently live or where you were born is the best place, automatically the best place for you to live the rest of your life? For the first time in human history, you can work in the ether and live wherever you want in the entire world. That's why I recommend maintaining 2 or 3 residency permits around the world in places that make you feel happier, that make you feel freer, that make you feel more successful. For me, right now in my life, that's Latin America and Southern Europe. I love these 2 regions. So I'm optimizing my life for about 5 months in Colombia, 5 months in Spain, and traveling 1 to 2 months out of the year. And you're probably wondering, is this just complicating my life for no reason? Residency permits also offer practical benefits in terms of business and investment opportunities, potentially reduced taxation, travel access around the world. So is this unnecessarily complex? It depends. If you were to legally pay 0 tax, would it be worth it? If you were 10 times happier in this location than this one, would it be worth it? That's the cool thing about this sovereign plan. It's yours to design. But here are a couple ideas for me. Paraguay in Latin America does not tax foreign-sourced income. And it also offers one of the fastest, most affordable permanent residency programs in the entire world. And believe it or not, Mexico has a great temporary residency program that leads to permanent residency and eventually citizenship as well. All you have to do is show about $4,000 in monthly income, and you can get temporary residence in that country. Being tied to a single jurisdiction is about as risk-on as you can possibly be. Multiple citizenships, multiple residency permits give you that optionality that the world doesn't want you to have. Number 3, build a family with someone you love. Happiness is only real when shared. So at the heart of this sovereign strategy is someone that you can share it all with. Building a family and generational wealth with a partner who shares your values is probably the most rewarding experience out of all of these things. I already know that commenters down below will argue that this type of lifestyle is not compatible with a family. But I've met in my travels all around the world many people world schooling, homeschooling, and putting their kids in private schools. It just requires a little bit more planning, a little bit more logistical strategizing, but it's possible. Number 2, claiming tax residency in a no tax or low tax nation. So this is different from number 4 on our list, legal residency permits. This is tax residency and usually just requires that you spend about 180 or more days in a country to claim tax residency in that jurisdiction. In the grand scheme of this whole sovereign plan, tax planning is crucial. You're not free if you're giving half of your wealth to the state every year. In fact, many would call that slavery or half slavery. The ability to claim tax residency in a low tax or no tax jurisdiction makes you freer. Nearly everyone wants to pay lower taxes, right? But the question is, are you willing to spend your time half of the year in order to claim tax residency in that low tax or no tax jurisdiction? Sometimes that low tax or no tax jurisdiction is also paradise. Look at Antigua and Barbuda in the Caribbean or El Salvador, which don't have personal income tax. And by the way, I'm not recommending tax evasion. That's illegal. You can almost always, however, optimize your tax situation, unless you're from the United States like me. All right, the final piece of the puzzle, creating connections around the world. Number 1, build geographically diverse friendships. Just in the last 2 years of living outside of my home country, I've met so many extraordinary people from almost 40 countries in all 6 continents. And now, no matter where I am, I can step off a plane or step off a boat and immediately text a friend for recommendations or to get a drink with or a bite to eat with or advice if I get arrested. Just kidding. Learning Spanish obviously helped with a lot of these friendships, but also leading with my values and leading with my personality really helps too, I think. And I hope to get even better at connecting with really neat people and avoiding all the superficial, surface level crap that I experienced back home in the US. So that's it. Those were 10 ways you can become more sovereign. If you're interested why I left my home country almost 3 years ago now, click on this video right over my face. Go on. Go ahead. Click it. Click it.